So if somebody asked me, they just got into Wasatch, and the first piece of advice that comes to mind is be scared shiz-less. We're doing the Z because we're in Utah. This is the first installment of a new series. Is it a series? What is it?
I'd say it's a serious series.
It's a serious series about running the Wasatch 100. So we've got Wasatch vet Mark Robbins, who I'd say has probably the best delts in the Wasatch. Strikingly handsome. What this series will be is I've had this idea for a few years to impart some of the tips, tricks, chains, tips and tricks.
Tips, tricks, best practices.
Best practices from running the Wasatch 100. Throughout the series, I am going to be joined by Wasatch veterans, people that have run Wasatch, finished Wasatch, paced Wasatch, all of the above, to give their perspectives on what we're talking about in that particular video. So through the series, we're going to cover the course, we're going to cover fueling, we're going to cover drop bags, going to cover probably a little bit of pace, not a ton of pace, prepping for the race, different things from a training perspective that have helped. Mark, what else are we going to cover?
Maybe how to pick and choose crew and pacers. Post-race, there's some logistic stuff that happens there you probably want to know about. You're getting all this from 9-time finisher Scotty Dubs.
Clear that me or the others that I have joining me, by no means are we experts at this race, but we all have experience with the race, and that experience comes with, different things that we've learned that have helped us. So really, there are so many perspectives out there. I don't ever want this to be, or to come across like I know the only way, or that has to be this way, because really in ultra running there are so many different ways to do things. I mean, I know a dude that ran a 50-mile adventure run fueling nothing but Halloween candy. So, and he said he felt amazing. So that worked for him. That would not work for me. I came up with this idea to do this series. Really, primarily who I had in mind is the first timers. So you all remember your first time, right, Mark?
Yes, sir.
How was your first time?
You never forget it.
Would you say it was amazing?
It was special. It's actually, all joking aside, it's probably one of the best days of my life, and has served as a waypoint for so much of the other things that I do in my life. It's a pretty special day.
Yeah, I would concur with that. Right now, hopefully you have 6 or 7 months to Wasatch, but maybe if you're watching this, you might have a month or 2. But hopefully you've got a little bit of time. And really, for you newbies, you should be scared. You should be very scared.
Healthy scared.
Healthy scared. I don't want to. Really, there's a reason why the race is 100 miles of heaven and hell, because there is a lot of hell. So really, you first timers, yes, you need to be scared, but that healthy respect for the course and what you're going to get yourself into is really use it as a motivation, a motivator, and a something to keep you on task, because you definitely need to be on task to be where you want to be on race day.
So it was common for me to get the question a week or 2 or 3 weeks out, how are you feeling? And the answer that I gave that I liked the best was respectfully optimistic. Like, I know I can go out and run this race, I know I can do it, but I gotta be respectful of the challenge that it's gonna put me through. And I'd say train the same way. Just respect your training, respect the race, but be optimistic and have some fun along the way. For me, I just kind of weigh out, how do I push myself and keep it fun? Like, I'm doing this because it's something I enjoy and love. Just being out here on a night like tonight, we're route finding on a new trail, so that's fun for me. But I've also been out here where I'm having too much fun and not working my muscles and lungs and heart and legs. And so finding the balance between moving well through the mountains, having a really good time doing it, is what's important to me. So I build my plan according to that. And I'd say the best way that I've ever built a plan or seen one built is start with your goals and then reverse engineer it to where you want to be today.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure I'm not videoing. Funny thing is, I can't see, so it would be funny if I was, every time I think I'm videoing, I'm not. Make sure it's not running, right?
Hold on. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So is there someone out there could give us a how to operate a video camera?
That would help
we
too.
would appreciate that.
We'll trade you.
So yeah, get that going. Shoot us over the content. We need it. Somebody you know just got into Wasatch. What is the advice that you're going to give them? Just a few nugget pieces of advice.
Okay, so the first 2 things that I would say is, we know Wasatch has a lot of vert in it. Train accordingly. So vert, and more vert. My little brother, who has finished Wasatch a few times and podiumed there, his recipe for success is 1,500 miles and 250,000 feet of vert pre-race. And I think that's probably a pretty good goal to shoot for. Lots of vert. The other one is, I've heard Wasatch called an eating contest with running involved, and that's pretty true. You're going to be eating the entire race, so train that way. I know it sounds a little funny, but get used to eating on the run. Understand what your body likes and doesn't like, and plan accordingly.
There's going to be some incredible views on this course, so that's part of the heaven. All right, we're really excited for this series. Hopefully you guys will get something out of it, and it'll be interesting, fun, and you'll feel a little bit more ready when you get there for race day. But the stoke should be super high. You're in. It's going to be one of the hardest things, probably the hardest thing you've ever done, unless you've done hard rock or Moab 240 or something like that.
Yeah,
but
up there, but not many.
It's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. But like Mark said earlier, it will be something you'll look back on the rest of your life. It'll be a framework for a lot of what you do. And I see that in my life as well. So I'm excited for each and every one of you. And Mark,
We'll be there.
we will be there.
Yeah, heck
We'll
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
we'll be there. So say hi. Hope we can run some miles with you. And looking forward to the series.